Man, that one in the front looks like a 500 footer so far.
They're coming out.
Well, it was snowing here earlier.
Was
So.
it? Yeah. I was gonna say we came from it was about 64 when we left.
Oh,
But I'm sure that changed now. It started raining again.
and they're talking a little bit of snow tonight too.
Tree on the tree, huh? Yeah.
This corner got it bad.
Yeah, other one too.
Probably Bondo.
Can you see how the frame looks underneath?
Yeah.
Probably lockouts on it. Yeah, different lockouts, yeah. Yeah, she's pretty rusty.
So where'd you get it? Where'd it come from?
Just outside of Park Falls.
Oh, yeah?
There, yeah.
Had it a long time, I assume.
A few years.
Yeah.
And I was told the miles on here original, so, and I don't know.
Yeah, back then they just
Ain't much to it, is
yeah,
there?
they're just, you know, when you look down and see people ground.
Doors weigh like 500 pounds.
You want to see it over here?
Yeah, COVID during the winter, you know, and that's like the worst thing for these things, you know, they leave the salt on there all summer and
Yeah, like, you know, mechanically wise, him and his buddies, they can do anything.
we're doing on that side, good.
Getting better.
Pretty well centered?
Pretty good. One more to the right now. There you go. We might leave her right about there. You know, once she tilts over, that's pretty much your,
Yeah, that's a nice trailer.
yeah, I really like.
Well, what do we got here? This is a 1967 Ford Bronco, and it is in very bad shape. But for the price I got it at, I couldn't pass it up. This 1967 Bronco has been in Wisconsin its entire life, so of course, you know, being Wisconsin winters and road salt and all that fun stuff, this body is in terrible shape, absolutely terrible. The tire tub is shot, but the good news is that the frame on this thing is gorgeous. It's perfect. We actually have the emblem still for it. I think it's sitting inside, but this was originally a baby blue color, and I'm going to show you here. There you go, that's the original color on there. And somebody decided to paint it like an army green at one time, and it's been off the road since 94, if I remember. I actually picked this thing up last year, and we're just getting around to a video of making it right now. It's been parked up in front of the building for quite some time, but here it is. This is a 67 Ford Bronco wagon. It still has the original spare tire. 96 actually was the last year it technically had its registration. There you go. There's the original tire back there, kind of cool. I know we did a walk around, so I'm not going to spend too much time walking around this, but I figured just for the heck of it, because this thing needs a total restoration, it needs to be completely gone through. Why not? Why don't we just see if this thing will start? I haven't even popped the hood since last year. It has an inline 6 on it, and for some reason, if it sounds like it's going to start, we'll just make up some jerry can and see if we can't get it to go. So let's see what we got. I don't think it's going to be drivable because there's no brake lines left. The pedal goes right to the floor. He told me that the reason why it was parked is because it needed a clutch. So at the very least, hopefully maybe we can actually just hear it sput or maybe run a little bit on its own. So why don't you say, let's set you up. I'll get some tools. I brought the necessities over there. And let's see if we can't get this to go. Future reference, this is a 1977 302 Bronco, 3 on the tree. That'll be in a future video. But for now, we're going to focus on the 67. Inline 6, 3 on the tree. Very rough shape. So let's see if we can't get this thing to go. You can actually see the yellow Wisconsin plate behind there. That's from the 70s, so that's pretty cool. Actually, let's just pull that back and see what year it says. 86 was the last sticker on that plate, so that's kind of cool. So this was a forest find. We found it in the woods, believe it or not. It was sitting in the woods, so you can only imagine the critters, what they've made in there, especially sitting here a year. So let's jump in, let's see what we can do. All right, so I'm actually deathly terrified to open this thing because I don't know what's going to be lying there waiting for us. Can't be anything good, right? Oh no, hopefully we can get this hood open. There we go. All right. Oh man. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. All right. There you go. There we have it. There's the infamous inline 6. Absolutely nothing to it. Nothing to it. Look at that carburetor. Looks like some critters, some mice tried to make a little nest in there. So, all right, we're not even gonna mess with anything. Let's literally just grab the jump pack. Let's hook it up. Let's see if it even cranks over. So let's get to it. Let's see what kind of surprises are in here. Oof. Smells just terrible. Little dome light in there, check that out. There's that spare tire. Okay, got that open. There's the original color, super cool. One last thing, I apologize. I did pull the plugs out before storage, so I threw some oil in it not long ago, so just to make sure everything was sitting. So that's why that's all pulled out, but let's get you set up here. So if you guys saw how you were mounted right now, you'd laugh because one of the tripod feet are completely through the rust hole, holding you up. So from what I've read, these wires like to corrode really bad. So if we get a bunch of smoking, it's gonna be our first issue. Let's see here, ready? Nothing. It's a good sign, right? Let's pull the oil dipstick. Got a little in there. This thing cranks over. We'll have to grab some spark plugs and see what happens. All right, let's crank it over, see what happens. Fingers crossed, right? I just popped the ground. See, now if I was smart, I would have actually brought a battery with, but well, it turns, but not very fast. So, ironically, we started filming the 77 Bronco behind this one, and we had to stop because the starter is bad on it. So we have to order some parts for it. It's got a brand new wiring harness in it and all that sort of stuff. We'll go over that in another video, but this is all original wiring and everything. Can you believe that? And still cranks over. I haven't done a single thing to it, so except pull those plugs. But I guess let's just put the plugs in and see if we got spark. Maybe throw a little starting fluid to see if it pops. So hang tight. All right, so it just dawned on me as I'm putting this last one in that we have one spark plug here that's completely broken, so that kind of sucks. I definitely don't have a spare one of these, so I guess we'll just we'll keep the broken one. Here it is right here. Keep the broken one in the farthest in the front, so I guess we'll know which one for sure is not firing. Okay, so without even touching the distributor, I'm not even gonna touch it. I have sandpaper, I brought some up with me so we could at least maybe sand the points if that's the case. See what happens here. So, hook these up. Let's see if we can't even get it to pop. Let's do it. Let's just throw some starting fluid in it and see if it even pops. If it doesn't, we'll go into the distributor next. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and say that there's no sparks. Let's pop open that distributor cap. Let me unplug the battery real quick. Should have just brought a spark tester with, but oh, that looks kind of new. That doesn't look too shabby at all. Yeah, those points definitely look a little gross, but here we go. Got some sandpaper. Just going to open it up really quick. See if you can't get in closer. I promise you I don't paint my nails. It's from trying to paint the pulse. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'd recommend it. It's kind of cool. Street legal spaceship. So somebody was definitely in there. Let's give it another go. Let me go grab a spark tester and a little bit of fuel. Alright, so since I'm by here by myself, I'm gonna zoom you guys in on this spark tester. And then I'll have to play it back because I can't crank and look at it at the same time unless I jump that solenoid, I guess. But sometimes it's easier just to do this. Let's watch for the spark. Hopefully we got something. Okay, so as you saw there, we didn't have spark. And so I figured, okay, one last time, I didn't want to bore anyone, but I was going to go through all the connections, just make sure they were tight and plugged in. And what I actually found was this wire down here on the coil that actually runs, see if I can get it to focus. This wire here actually runs over to our distributor, and that was loose. That wasn't very tight, so all I did was just tighten it up. I plushed everything else down, I plugged everything in. We're gonna give it another shot here. It kind of sucks about this guy. I don't know, if it fires, that'd be awesome. If it doesn't, I guess we'll keep digging. So let me set you back up and let's check it out. All right, one last try. And if not, do a little more digging. I'll go get a multimeter and a power probe. All right, fingers crossed. Here we go. Sweet. Let's do that one more time. I don't like to use too much of this stuff. It does have upper cylinder lubricant, but I don't really like to use it that much. Why don't you say we'll get some fuel and actually have a little gas tank, and we'll hook it up. Maybe I'll grab the little pump and we'll just hook it up. See what happens. Sweet. Be right back. All right, so we got one line coming off. This is very contemporary. All right, and then we got another line coming up, and we're gonna go straight into this. Like I said, it might be a little too much, but we're gonna attempt it anyways. The chances of this carb needing to be clean, 10 out of 10 probably, but we're gonna try it anyways. Oh, I can't believe that's coming off. The fan's way. Real simple power setup. All right, let's crank it, see if it works. All right, like I said, it might be getting a little too much. Oh wow, this whole setup is frozen, I think. That whole setup is completely frozen. We have no pedal. Wow. All right, let me grab some lubricant and a mallet, see if we can't free up that throttle cable. All right, so after trying to clean this for a few minutes, I got it to. This kind of just fell down. I think this might be broke, but the throttle cable moves a little bit, and you look down in here, and I don't see anything moving. So I'm assuming something's broken there. You know, nothing's really moving here. I'm looking inside, and I just don't see anything. So this carb's definitely shot. I mean, it was sitting in the wilderness since '96, so a lot of stuff is going to be frozen. So if we can at least just get it to idle, I'd be very happy. Let's try cranking it up again. I'm gonna try something dangerous here. I don't think it's getting any fuel, gentlemen. Alright, one last try, and then carburetor's definitely got to be rebuilt. I mean, I think it's just completely broken. Give it one last big snort. How about that? I have zero throttle movement. let's try to free that throttle up a little more. Yeah, unfortunately that that arm is too far gone. I'll show you guys after I try to push on it here. Alright, so let me show you what I mean here. Knock you off the stand. So there's your throttle arm. This is all that I can get out of it. That's it. Something is frozen in there, and you look down the butterfly and there's just nothing that moves. I mean, look at that whole arm there. I believe that whole arm should be rotating in the middle here, and it just doesn't do anything. So I think that's frozen solid. Pretty cool though. Pretty dang cool. So it looks like it runs, so that's great. Does it drive? It does not drive. But like I was saying before, the previous owner did say that the clutch was out in it. So what do you guys think we should do with this thing? You know, is it just a parts donor at this point? Or does it deserve to be restored? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think I should do here. That's how we'll end the video. Check that out. That's how it was being supported up. So anyhow, thanks for tuning in with me. Thanks for checking out the 67 Bronco. This will be next. Once we get some parts, needs a starter. And I'm sure some other small things that I'm going to get for it, but there you go. This was not touching it. We didn't do anything. It's missing a plug. Somebody had previously been in there, but after cleanups and a few connections that were ready to corrode off, it runs. So that's fun. That's awesome. Leave a comment down below if you want to, and tell me what to do with this thing, because I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. They're cool. I love Broncos. But this one is pretty rusty, so check out the back of it. Look at that. Woo! Long time coming for this Bronco. Sitting in the woods since '96. I believe it was parked in '95 or '94. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I hope to see you in our next Bronco video. Thanks for watching.